Okay, so y'all, this is my most requested video. People been asking me for years, and I think I went into, a little read a while ago, but the case is just too much for me, y'all, that I try to block my energy from it too much, but it's like kindred spirit wants me to touch base. So I'm gonna do it because I recently found out that I'm related to this guy. And really quick, I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Everything I'm saying is alleged. So let's just get right into the read. And immediately, I feel like this entire situation was covered up only because even Stevie Wonder could see that that young man didn't roll himself up in the mat. And before I found out I was related to Kendrick, I always said, when I would try to block myself from seeing the videos when they would put it in my feeds, that something don't sound right. Maybe he was in a fight. Maybe, these people ambushed him, or maybe something happened in the bathroom. Maybe this young man was caught doing the unthinkable to a young lady. And that was before I even seen the clip.
He was just a regular teenager with regular dreams. But one day he was found dead in his school gym, wrapped inside a mat. Kendrick Johnson, a 17-year-old student from Georgia, was found dead, rolled up inside a gym mat in January 2013.
So again, everything is alleged. But immediately after hearing he was rolled in the mat, you obviously can see that there was multiple people that precisely rolled this young man up in his mat like this. So the thing is, he could have did this himself, and that couldn't have been just one other person. There had to be multiple people to be able to carry it out in this fashion and place him in the mat. The question is, why was it called accidental? So let's continue to listen to the video.
Initially ruled as an accident, suffocation while trying to retrieve a shoe, but his family demanded a second autopsy, which suggested possible blunt force trauma. Unexplained bruises were found and security camera footage went missing. These details sparked suspicions. Was it really an accident or something more sinister?
Maybe they didn't expect for anyone to find him in the mat. And just hypothetically speaking and feeling the energy. And I think what happened was someone saw it. Someone noticed it when they wasn't supposed to notice it, because they were planning to dispose the body. And this was the only way they can take it out the building.
Despite numerous investigations, no charges were filed. The official ruling remains accidental. But Kendrick's family continues to fight for justice. The case is closed, but questions remain. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Now, again, if you would consider this accidental just by looking at the details to how this guy is laying in this mat, then that sounds like someone is trying to cover up maybe the real person, the real people, or anyone involved in it. Or maybe there was some things that could have been a liability on someone's part and it was needed to be covered up, or at least that's what they thought. Now, I'm not telling you that authorities are involved, but definitely someone a part of the Brotherhood was involved with covering this up, because this was about organs.
17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was found headfirst inside a rolled-up wrestling mat at Lowndes High School in Valdosta, Georgia. Now, authorities, they ruled it as a freak accident. Kendrick's family didn't buy it, and here's why. So the first autopsy, done by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, found no signs of trauma, but months later, Kendrick's parents ordered a second autopsy, and what they discovered was completely devastating. All of Kendrick's internal organs were missing.
See, look, this entire underground COINTELPRO targeting citizens is real. The fact that this young man was rolled in the mat, organs missing, hello.
The funeral home claimed the organs had decomposed and were disregarded, but experts called it poor judgment. And that's not all. The second autopsy found signs of blunt force trauma, especially to the right side of Kendrick's neck.
So as I'm reading the energy, somehow I feel like there was a fight that broke out and there were multiple people involved, to the point where he was barricaded or held hostage at some point. And I keep feeling like the bathroom, restroom is where this happened, or I could be wrong, but I feel like they were trying to cover this up. In this 6-hour frame, they were taking his organs out and they was going to dispose him, so they had to transport him the best way would be in this mat, because no one would think that a body is in there.
Kendrick's neck and chest. Then there was the surveillance footage cameras recording the gym that day, and apparently there's missing footage. Officials said it was due to motion activation or unsynced clocks, but an independent review disagreed. And in 2018, a signed affidavit was surfaced, and it claimed that someone confessed witnessing seeing Kendrick get hit with a 45-pound weight.
Okay, so I feel like multiple people either participated or fought with him, but somehow I feel like they blocked him in whatever room they were in. Maybe it was a bathroom, maybe it could have been the gym, but somehow I feel like they were in a small space to where they were pushing him around, throwing him around until he fell down, and that's when
they were threatened into staying silent. Despite all of this, the Department of Justice closed its investigation in 2016, citing insufficient evidence. But Kendrick's parents have never stopped fighting. They filed lawsuits, held protests, and most recently in 2025, a civil rights case they filed was reinstated by the 11th Court of Appeals. This case seems to hold a lot of strange patterns and unanswered questions, and rightfully so, the family, they refuse to be silent.
So seeing this about Kendrick and remembering all of the details to things that happened to certain family members of mine who also share Johnson blood, hearing that his organs were removed confirms my theory of the Brotherhood targeting certain individuals because of their DNA. And it seems like someone else in his family was being targeted because this was like a sabotage ritual, the way they rolled him up. Now, this has been happening for so long that I need more people to speak up.